Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Turn and Burn Tuesday. My name is Great Eagle, Sim Pilot. I'm a real world A320 captain, bringing my love of aviation flight simulation to all you wonderful people out there. How's everyone doing tonight? We have Lang in the chat. How are you doing? Glad you made it out. He says hi. Can I get a mod? No, not right now, Lang, but we'll see where the channel goes and who gets mods and where the mods are going to be hanging out at. Dummy Thick says, it's me joining the stream. What you meant by a weekly game today. Hey, Dummy Thick, glad you could make it out to a stream, even if it's just for a little bit. And no, I had some little bit of changing plans today, but that's quite all right. We'll have to get together tomorrow. Do a little game in action there. Max Racing says, hello, how are you doing? Hopefully everything's going well for you, Max Racing. Hopefully you are progressing along in your private pilot course there. Glad you can make it out to Turn and Burn Tuesday. I was setting up everything for and through SimBrief today, making sure everything was set and ready to go. And I didn't realize how short of a flight it is from Boston to Portland. The good thing is, at least in Boston, so hopefully there and back, we have full ATC coverage. So that will definitely be a nice thing that we will have going on here. So we should get some good ATC coverage going in and out of Boston. Portland got a nice little exciting visual approach going into there. I can neither confirm nor deny that I have done this visual approach myself. So, or I shouldn't say done it, I have flown this approach before, but I can neither confirm nor deny that the replay may look exactly like something I may have filmed as well. So what I'll probably do is we'll do the turn, right, and we'll get the replays, or get the landings for both. And then what I'll do is we'll probably replay the landing in Boston first, and then we will replay the landing in Portland. I think that'll be a good way, because it is absolutely such a beautiful approach going in there. So that's how I think I'm going to break that down for today. Anybody do anything the last couple of days? Just ended a trip yesterday, one leg. Oh, nice, one leg. I love the one-leggers. And chilling today, watched Moana 2 for the first time. I mean, what do you think about Moana 2, Dummy? What do you think about Moana 2? I've seen it in and out a few times. And I don't know. The songs don't hit like they did in Moana 1. I'll put it like that. But anyway, we are here in Boston. We're going to be taking the Bruins A320, the JetBlue Bruins A320, from Boston all the way up to Portland and back. I did get the Portland scenery. Hopefully it doesn't do what this scenery is doing, which is I don't know. The tiles are just being weird. It's a known Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 thing, but that is quite all right. So what we will do is let's go ahead and get GSX going, get the aircraft loading up here. That's not the right button for that. There we go. And we'll go in here. I had the failures page up because randomly, for no reason at all, I had a gear unsafe indication. So that had failed on me. So just random stuff while the airplane's sitting here. Alrighty, so T-25, let's go ahead and load our aircraft according to GSX 149 passengers, I think it is. There we go. Excellent. All right, so it says police on load aircraft. So it should be, they should begin doing their thing So the baggage doors are opening there. We got some people walking around. Excellent. Baggage carts are going to be doing baggage carts thing. The fuel truck is going to have to come over and hook up. Once they hook up, then the boarding process will start. Hopefully it won't take too long to board up our 150 people there. No. Let's try to flight lessons, cancel for weather again. Max Racing. It feels like you're kind of in like a stuck loop there of you never seem to get the nice weather on a weekend. Just one weekend. That's all you need. Just one weekend of nice weather. Yeah, I enjoyed Moana one more. Yeah, I agree with you there, Dummy Tech. This says boo for canceled lessons. Slows that training down a bunch when it keeps happening. It does. You just feel like you're in a stuck rut when you can't get up in the airplane and get going. And plus, when you're at this stage where you're still trying to learn everything and accumulate all that knowledge, that knowledge, you'd be surprised how quickly everything kind of, you forget a lot of stuff real quick. You're just starting out or halfway, close to check ride. Fourth cancellation. Ooh. Is the weather not looking so good this weekend either, Max Racing? Just did my solo not too long ago. Yeah, congrats, Max Racing. Officially a student pilot. There you go. Yes, sir. You can officially take an airplane up by yourself whenever you want. All right, let's get things going here. I think I'm kind of going slow because I think GSX takes a little bit of time, but we'll see. We'll go ahead and get IR 1, 2, and 3 going. Everything on our the captain side of the overhead looks good here. We'll come down to the recorder ground control. Turn that on. We'll go ahead and get that CVR tested. I see. I got the sound on, but Microsoft 2024 seems like it wants it higher. Wow, why is it so quiet? You know what I did? What was I flying? I think I was flying a different airplane. Let's go ahead and get rid of you. I don't need that. So I think I turned the sim volumes down for some reason or another. Let's go here. Settings. Sound. I turned the sim volumes like so far down. Yep. Back up to 100%. I forgot what I was doing where the sim volume was just not. It was just overly loud. Okay. So there we go. Got the sim volume up. That should be good. Excellent. Now we should be able to hear some things. Let's go ahead and make sure you guys can hear the fire test. Yeah, there we go. All of that looks very good there. The hydraulic and fuel panel looks good. Our electrical panel looks all set. Air conditioning panel, we'll go ahead and turn these down just a tad bit, even though there's no air on the airplane, but I'm going to get the air on the airplane here in just a little bit. We're going to check the anti-ice. That looks good. Propede is an auto. Cabin pressurization is an auto with the ditching hatch, with the ditching button off and guarded. External lights are set how I would like them. We'll go ahead and get the APU started. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and 3 Mississippi. We'll go ahead and hit that start button there. We'll arm the emergency lights coming on down the first officer side of his overhead panel. We got the PA out and through the 3 o'clock position. VHF3 is in data. Going all the way down, everything looks good. Flight control looks good. Cargo vent looks good. Smoke detector or smoke panel, cargo smoke looks good. Ventilation is all set. Engine panel is set and his wipers are off. We'll go down to the glare shield here, left or right. All the buttons are push buttons are extinguished there. Current altimeter here in Boston is reported to be 3007. So we'll go ahead and set 3007 once, twice, and thrice. There we go. Excellent. So looks like the APU is up and online. We'll go ahead and start a timer. Give it the 3 minutes it needs to get everything stabilized there. Alrighty. Let's see. QNH 3007, flight directors on, arc, 10 nautical miles, constraints. We don't need ADF or VORs, that's good. We get numbers or digits in the windows here. All the other push buttons are off, and we are in heading and vertical speed, very important. Coming over here, we got constraints, 10 nautical miles, arc, ADF VOR can be off, and we got 007 and flight directors on. All of his buttons are off over there, or extinguished, I should say. Coming down to the main instrument panel. For the captain's side, we have the PFD on the left, and D on the right. The ISIS is aligned. The upper ECAM display is on top. The lower ECAM display is on the bottom. Why doesn't it say I'm how much gas do I have on here? Why am I not refueling right now? That's what I want to know. Nope. I should have 14,000 pounds of gas in the tanks. Planned 14.9. Are they actually refueling out there? Nope. Nope, the refueling truck just disappeared. Alright, we're gonna have to insta-load the fuel, I guess. I don't know what's going on there. Or here, let me do GSX request refueling. I really hope that the fuel truck is coming, because I would like gasoline before I leave, please. Alrighty, so I don't know. The gas truck came, and then we started boarding, and then it never fueled us up. That's weird. Or it only fueled us up to 9.7. That's not correct. So I don't know why it's doing that. So I'll figure that one out later. Alrighty, so up here, brake fans off, landing gears down through green, anti-skid is on, date and time for the most part looks correct. The gear lever is down with no red indication there. On the first officer side, ND's on the left, PFD's on the right. We can adjust the brightness as we need to. In fact, I'm going to adjust the brightness down on his side just a tad bit. I'm going to do the same thing over here. A little bright. There we go. Excellent. We can come down to the center pedestal. Let's go to FMGC. We got the V2527A5s. Excellent. Database is current. Ooh, new database comes out tomorrow. Okay, there we go. We'll go to initialization. Go ahead and hit that init request. Come on down here. I want, since we do actually have ATC online, let's go ahead and tune up. It's probably going to be... Uh-oh. How did I get disconnected from VATSIM? That's so weird. And same clearance. I got the auto ATC all over again. All right. Let's see. 121.9 and 28.8. So let's go ahead and put 121.9 for ground. And 128.8. There we go. So we got those in there. And that's set. The ACP looks set. Their lighting looks good. Our radar is off. Let's go up here. We'll recall any messages. There are none. We'll go ahead and clear that. Thrust levers at idle. We're showing about 0 on our trim. Engine masters are off. Mode is norm. Speed brakes is norm. Flaps are up. We got digits in the rotor trim there. And our gravity gear extension is stowed. The first officer side, we'll put him on the company page here. AOC menu, received messages, load sheet, accept. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and leave that as is. I have all of that set. We got guard on the number 2 radio there. His radios are set. Lights look good. And let's go ahead and my squawk. Oh, it's going to be 12165 to push. Okay, so I got to put that in there. Alrighty, so the squawk is 0034. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll turn that on, turn the mode C on. Nope. What I want is 12165. So we'll do that. 121. 1.65. Scrolled right past it. 12165. There we go. 121.9 to be ground, and then 1288 is tower. Departure frequency is 330. Excellent. All right, so let's go ahead and get into programming our FMC, shall we? Max Houston says flying is very perishable skill. That's what separates it from driving a car. I mean, it very much is a perishable skill, and every pilot will tell you. When you haven't flown in a week or two, that, you know, things, you kind of lose a little bit of knowledge here and there. Luckily, we have wonderful chat flying tools like this, or chair flying tools like the sim. Yeah, 100%. I mean, the simulator, that's exactly when I was going through my training, my initial training. We had a little flying lab that had, you know, it's a desktop simulator, right? It's a little joystick and you just go to town. It was really useful for instrument flying. VFR flying, because not as much, because it wasn't X-plane, right? But it was something to get you into the habit of running checklists and doing your procedures. So we'll go ahead and clear all of that out. We're going to be JetBlue 3318. Excellent. Cost index is going to be 12. And they had us going all the way up to 13,000 feet. It's 3 degrees warmer up there. So that's going to be 5. There we go. Current temperature in Boston is 5 degrees. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. Excellent. Alternate's going to be back here. So let's go ahead and look and see what our zero fuel weight is going to be. 128.0. With a zero fuel weight CG of... Oh, the fuel truck is on its way. Now it's on its way? Oh. Okay, GSX. It's too late for that. Alrighty. 32.9%. 30... Nope. I hit the wrong button there. 32.9%. And we're looking at a block of 14.9 with an alternate time of, or alternate fuel of 2.6. So we'll do 2.6 for our alternate, and we'll zero out the reserve. Did I say what runway to expect for departure? I think they're doing 9 for departures out of here. So it'll be so runway 9. Let's go into flight plan here. Boston. Departure, runway 9. It's going to be the Lobster 8. There we go. We'll go ahead and insert that. Lobster 8. Lobster direct to Skogs for the Skogs 3. So this doesn't have like our airline. We would actually have to have an RNAV procedure to 29 in there. We actually have a special data. Our database is obviously custom made for our airline, and because of that, we can actually get visual approaches. There's no way we're done boarding. Seriously. Wow. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's see. 14. If you, alrighty, I was gonna say, you cannot actually. Alrighty. No. Stop it. Alright. You better not move that jet bridge. You better not move that jet bridge. Alright. We're gonna open you back up because you gotta have a door open if you haven't had fuel. And I think there's the fueler down there. Why you taking so long, fueler? I have no clue. I have no clue. Oh, you always catch that. That's one thing I always kind of like am rushing through the beginning there. Max Racing. So yeah, you notice I usually end up skipping over this, which is never a big deal for our OSO checks, because in the simulator you always have all the right amount of stuff. But also I haven't done a brake check since I've gotten GSX, and I don't want it to trigger a pushback. Well, maybe. Let's see. I am on the APU. Let's go ahead and I'll hold the brakes. Release it. Okay. Okay. That it didn't do anything. Okay, we're cool there. We're cool there. It's been more than enough time. We can get the bleeder going on there. We could turn that off. That's good. We'll go ahead and return. Interesting that they have all that done, but we don't have our fuel yet. Is he actually gassing us up, or is he the... We went from 9.6 to 9.7. Are you gassing us up? It should say refueling here on the thing. Maybe GSX... I don't know. This is weird that it doesn't say refueling here. I'm very confused. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, we have actually... So we're going to plan on doing the visual approach to 2.9 and to Portland. And we would actually have that visual approach in the MCDU here, so that the airplane would actually fly the visual approach for you. So it's actually really, really, really good. However, we don't have that. So what we'll do is we'll just put in the ILS SCOGS 3. Ooh. I think I said SCOGS. Let's go back up here. SCOGS 3, SCOGS. Yep. Okay. Approach vias. I won't put any approach vias. No via. There we go. We'll insert that. Lobster SCOGS. And then there's the approach there. Oh, wow. Where does that take us to? SCOGS, it looks like, takes us right onto the final approach course here. So, what we'll do is probably over SACO, we'll see if we can see some of these visual elements here and get vectored in for the visual approach versus the ILS. Gotta have a little bit of fun. Gotta have a little bit of fun. So there's the visual approach here. So we'll come in just south of Cape Elizabeth. And Cape Elizabeth Lighthouse will come on up. There's 2 islands right here that we're going to fly right between. There's 2 lighthouses. I don't know if these are actually going to be in there, but we'll see. And it's going to come on around this corner, and we'll come down the harbor. Literally, we'll just come right down Portland Harbor and stay right over the river and make our turn onto final there. And I'll just use the ILS to back us up here, which it has it there. It says we can use the ILS for vertical guidance. So we'll do that. Let's see. So that's in there. Go back in here. We'll initial uplink our winds. I don't think we're loading any fuel. In fact, I think we're burning gas instead of loading gas. What is it doing? All right. Well, I don't know what this thing's doing. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna reset it. All right. So there we go. We'll reset. Reset all one more time. We'll come in here, import. There we go, T-5. We'll just load the aircraft and we'll just do an instant load. There we go. So now I have all the things. I don't know what GSX was doing, but it was not doing it right. Whatever it was doing, it wasn't right. All right, so winds are uplinked. Let's go back to performance, get some performance data. I'll take the easy route this time. We can go in here. Runway 9 looks good. We'll sync the final load sheet. And we will send... Actually, let's go. 144.6, 144.6. That's always plan plus 2,000. Oh, I... 19144.61. All right, next. Come on now. Alrighty. Okay, packs on. Everything else looks good. We'll go ahead and calculate that out. Excellent. We'll send that to the McDo. We'll come back down here. That looks good. Over next phase, and the final, well, nope, the descent phase. That's what I want to, no, okay. I mean, nothing crazy. Here, we'll go ahead and put the secondary, copy the active into the secondary. There's no real engine out procedures here, so that's good. Excellent. So we have the right amount of gasoline on board this time, so I am happy with that. Let's go and return. We should have 2 more, so we'll accept that, return, and we will accept that and return. Excellent. I can stop this clock now. Whew, it's a lot of talking. Let's see. Did you check the brake? Okay, yeah. Student pilot priorities versus ATPL priorities, right? I've heard a DP once say he had a student do a 2-hour pre-flight once. Wow. That is a very thorough pre-flight. Fueled wasn't done. Eating his lobster when you interrupted a call without he's being passive aggressive, right? Like he showed up, but he was like, "I'm not giving you fuel." And I don't know, something. They don't like me in Boston, or something. I have no clue. Oh, I'll turn that back on. There we go. Either they don't like me in Boston, something's going on. I have no clue what it is though. But it is what it is. I'm not mad about it. We'll just do an insta load and go from there. Also, it seems like a cloud went away, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that. We'll cancel the timer there, and we can finally review our route. So, our clearance is Lobster, Lobster 8, Lobster Skogs 3. We'll go to 13,000. Also, climb via the SID. Okay, so the top altitude on the SID is going to be 5,000. So we'll go ahead and put 5,000 in there. Okay. So 5,000 is our top altitude. That is in there. And if we bring up the SID, there we go. Off of runway 9, we'll go ahead and put you in plan. Nautical miles, runway 9. Excellent. We're going to go out to Claw at about 4,250 knots. Then we're going to go to Clamp. And then Sean. And Lobster. Lobster is direct to Skags. Skags is at 11,000. So that looks good. Then we have Sacco, and then Meshel, and then Yak. We won't worry about that too much because we're going to actually be on the arbor visual there up in Portland. So that should be no issue there. All right. All right. So our route is verified. We can finally do a briefing. Gustavo, you ready for a briefing? Yeah. Speaking of this, do you have any funny ground crew stories? I don't really have any funny ground crew stories. Just that I can think of right off the top of my head. I mean, what I have had happen a few times is, back in the regional days when you were doing some of these really, really small airports in the middle of nowhere. The FBO doesn't open until a certain time, but your flight departs before the FBO opens. So a lot of times you're just sitting there waiting for the fuel truck to come over to fuel you up. It was that get a little bit frustrating. But what's happened to me more than once is I have had them fuel us up unbalanced, and then they run up to the flight deck and they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you're 3,000 pounds off out of balance." And so the good thing is usually the Airbus, you can move fuel around depending on the Airbus, right? So So it usually isn't a big deal, but if it's way too off, then yeah, you gotta have maintenance come out and start moving, switching fuel tanks on, fuel pumps off and on, and trying to move fuel around. So it can be a little bit of a hassle if they get it too far off. Tactical Cone 900. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you made it out. We were just getting ready to start our briefing here. We're going to ask our Ghost FO here if they had any threats, which there's not really many threats with the exception of possibly taxiing around Boston here. We have to contact clearance to push and ground to taxi. So a few extra steps here. We're probably going to get a runway 9. I was going to say 9, right? Runway 9, I'm not too sure we'll get there. Either Alpha or Bravo. We could cross at Kilo and Mike, or they could take us over here at Charlie and Mike, or they could take us all the way Bravo and Mike. So we'll figure out how to do that. There's that hotspot there at 4 of Echo and Kilo and runway 4. So we'll be careful to only cross the whole shorts when we get clearance to cross there. That's the biggest threats. I agree. We'll mitigate that taxi threat by both of us being heads up while while we're taxiing around. I'll make any call-outs as I see necessary to keep you in the loop as to which direction I'll be turning and where we are on the airport. We'll taxi, like I said, to 9 via one of those routes. When we do get there, it's going to be a flaps 3 flex standard reject considerations. Any questions about what we reject for? Nope. Alrighty, excellent. If we do lose an engine after V1, we'll continue straight ahead to about 3,000 feet. We'll clean up the aircraft, work the ECAM, and plan on a return. They're using the 4s, ILS to 4 rate. Big long runway with an ILS, we'll take that. Otherwise, we'll continue out on the SID. First fix is straight ahead, 5,000 is the top altitude. Departure frequency, I'll put that in there after I get everything set. Since it's just me, I like to have the next frequency ready to go there. And then we're squawking 0034. Anything that I can add to that? Anything you want to add to that? Nope. Excellent. So we have the fuel. We are boarded up. We are ready to go. Let's go ahead and come up here. IRs are aligned. Recorder ground control is on so I can get ready to catch this checklist. Our EFIS panel is set. Torino and ND is on. The parking brake is on. Triple indicator is checked. ACP is set. RMP is set. Our location should be around about the Boston area. So we're looking for 4221.8. We got 4221.9. That looks good. 071 00.4, 071 00.9. That's good enough for me. There, ND looks appropriate. Our PFD, we have V1, V2, climb and nav blue, flight directors 1 and 2. And we can go ahead and check our oxygen, which is always full. All right, so let's go ahead and get this set. That's set, that's set, that's set. We'll get the seatbelt sign on. I'll go ahead and get the beacon light on. We can go ahead and... did that close the door when I turned the beacon light on? It was so weird. It closed it and then opened it again. Awesome. Ground services. There. Excellent. Where was I? Oh, yes. We want fuel. Onboard balance pumps are on. Looks good. Hydraulics, all are checked. Our pressurization panel is an auto with the correct landing elevation. And our engine oil quantity still looks good there. We can go ahead and run a before start checklist. Recorder ground control is on. Flight forms and maintenance log. Onboard reviewed aircraft 632. Fuel quantity, let us see. I think it was 14.9 required, 14.9 on board. Takeoff performance, we have 130, 131, 135 with a flex of 63. Oxygen is checked. Seatbelt sign is on. ECAM checked. Park brake is on and checked. MCDU is set. The altimeters 3007 for, at least for now. The departure briefing is reviewed. The before start checklist is complete. Your chrono is stuck. Is it stuck? It was on date. So that's something that, I mean, a lot of people know about that. That's kind of weird that it is what it is. Phoenix decided that, I don't know, they wanted to have it a push button versus a momentary switch. So in real life, that's a momentary switch. You have to press and hold, and then when you let go, it goes back to the time. So it's not a push on, push off type of deal. It's momentary. It is what it is. So thank you for that, though, Max Racing. Really do appreciate that. So the before start checklist is complete. Let's go ahead and get rid of you. Let's check outside real quick. Okay, yep. Looks like they're all secure below. So we can call up clearance and let them know we're ready to push. What is the information real quick? Is whiskey? No, well, it's Tango. Whatever. Hello, clearance. JetBlue 3318 here on Charlie 33 with information Tango ready to push. Monitor ground on 121.9. JetBlue 3318. Have a great night. Here we go. We'll go ahead and monitor ground. I'll put tower in 128.8. I think it was 1288. So we'll go ahead and put them in. And then the last frequency 330 for departure. What's your discretion advice ready to taxi for JetBlue 3318? Thank you. Alrighty, so we are clear to push our discretion. It is continue pushback. That's the one I want. Nose to the right. Yeah, that's what I want. Oh, that's interesting. Why are you guys not getting the audio from that? That is... Let's look at properties. Oh, it went to default. That's why. Here we go. You all should be getting it now. Here we go. Thank you, Max Racing. Tactical Cone says, I couldn't tune into the last stream, but I was in the A350. Yes, Tactical Cone. I do remember speaking to you when we were flying the A350 all around Europe. Glad you're able to make it out to this stream. Really do appreciate it. Alrighty. He says we are clear to start at will. So we got our little person walking their little feet off. Let's go ahead and that's not the button I wanted. Let's get those engines started, shall we?
United 652 Heavy, monitor tower 128.8, good night.
Monitor tower for United 652 Heavy, thank you and have a good night as well. See you.
Boston ground, hello again, Delta 914, request that switch.
United 27, hold short of Kilo on Bravo.
Hold short on Kilo, Fort Bravo, for United 27.
Delta 914, runway 9er, taxi via Kilo Mike, cross runway 4 left to Kilo.
Kilo Mike, cross 4 left Kilo, Delta 914.
All right, there's our guy walking right with the pin link. It says hi again. Hello, how are you doing? Tactical Tone says, do you like military aviation? If so, what is your favorite aircraft? I absolutely love military aviation. In fact, the last fighter jet we heard go by, it was a squad. I don't know if it was a squadron or whatever, but several F-15s, and you could hear them go by, and the first thing I say is, that's the sound of freedom. So I love it when I hear, you know, an F-15s going by in full afterburner. Absolutely beautiful. In fact, on my very last trip, we had a pair of F-15s fly right over us. So that was actually pretty cool. I'm back. Can I get him? You promised me. I did not promise any mod for anyone.
Continue taxi, Kilo Mike, cross
Alrighty. So, let's see. We got our pin, so, and we have two good engine starts. Let's go flaps 3.
And United 27 monitor tower 1 to 8.8 today.
And so that I can focus fully on taxiing and doing everything ATC related, what I'll do is we will run the after start checklist and the before takeoff checklist to the line here. So after start checklist, engine anti-ice is off, the status is checked, and our rudder trim is zeroed out there. Lang with a sad face there. Well, like I said, Lang, we'll see where the channel goes, and I'll hand out mods accordingly there, but we shall see. Let's see. I said I was going to do the flight control check here. Let's go ahead and do that. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Let's go ahead and turn the pedals off. Rudder check. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Max says, are we doing a flaps 3 for CG? No, we're doing a flaps 3 simply for the runway distance. It's a runway 9 is 7,000 feet long. So why flaps 3 in a 320? I have no clue. It is what it is. I think Phoenix just prefers to have a higher flex, the most amount of flex temperature it can have, because otherwise it'd be better performance-wise to go flaps 2 and have a lower flex temperature there. So I don't know. I don't make the program up that makes the stuff up, but you know, it is what it is. Tactical says there is a game called War Thunder. It's an aviation war game. I play that since I can't get a Microsoft Flight Simulator. Hey, I've seen so many content creators, you know, who are sponsored by War Thunder. So that actually seems like a pretty fun game to play. So hopefully you are enjoying that game. I think it has a lot of different like military aircraft. It looks like it's super fun to play. Let's see here. We did a flight control check. We'll go ahead and arm our auto brakes there, or yeah, we'll arm the auto brakes to max. We want 2 units down on the trim. We'll go ahead and put the predictive wind shear on, and we'll go ahead and put you in takeoff config, that is checked. Let's go ahead and run our before takeoff checklist. We can take it all the way down to the line flaps. Our 3 planned and 3 indicated takeoff data and speeds are checked. Our weight is at 142.8. We closed out at 142.6. Good enough for me. Stab trim is 29.4%. 29.4% looks good. Flight controls are checked. ECAM memo takeoff. No blue before takeoff checklist is to the line. All right. Go ahead and put you up there. Put you up there.
Delta 1775, have you talked with clearance delivery?
From you, give us a PDC.
Delta 1775 at the end of your PDC, it should say to contact clearance delivery 121.65 for push, so please contact.
Apologies, we'll do that now, Delta 1775.
Hello, ground. JetBlue 3318, information tango, ready to taxi.
JetBlue 3318, runway 9er, taxi via Charlie Bravo Kilo Mike, cross runway 4 left to Kilo.
Ready, we'll taxi Charlie Bravo Kilo Mike, cross runway 4 left at Kilo for JetBlue 3318. Alrighty.
American 1239, please squawk my check.
So we are clear on the left, we are clear on the right. This airplane just starts rolling the second you release the brakes. I absolutely love it. Absolutely 100% realistic there. So we'll continue straight out here. Charlie's right in front of us. We're pretty much on it. We'll turn right on Bravo. We'll take that all the way down to Kilo. Kilo is that hotspot I briefed where we have Bravo, Kilo, and 4 left. We have clearance to cross 4 left on Kilo. And then we'll take Mike down to the end there. So there we go. Excellent. I'll move this on over to this side since that's where our iPad would really be in real life. And do it one more time. Did I just... No. There's clear left, clear right. All right, we'll continue on to Charlie. We'll make the next right-hand turn on to Bravo.
An American 1239, I'm still not seeing you. Are you having trouble there?
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out on our own here. About a couple minutes here.
Just trying to figure things out on their own.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't just on my end.
No, yeah, just stand by with us for a couple minutes and we'll let us know if there, or we'll let you know if there's any issue.
No rest, thanks. Delta 1775.
Alrighty, we'll take this all the way down to Kilo. This is going to be the second left.
United 1718, going to Terminal B.
United 1718, Boston ground, taxi to the terminal via November Alpha, cross runway 15.
Max Racing says that hotspot is a runway incursion. It is. That's why this is, if you look at that hotspot too, it's one of the only places on the map. Oh, well, they have them elsewhere, but you definitely see where they have the hold short bars placed on the map. You don't see that at every intersection, just a handful of them, and you definitely see 4 of them right in that hotspot, so they definitely want you to be on your best behavior. Alrighty, coming up on Kilo here, we will make this left-hand turn. We are clear to cross 4 left at Kilo, and once we do, we might as well go below the line. Alrighty, we're clear to cross. Final is clear. Runway is clear. Crossing runway 4 left. Even though it's more of like an approach in, I guess you can taxi in a position here. That's probably why. It's very interesting. Although you have the yellow chevrons there, so it is what it is. Runway technically starts past those yellow chevrons. Alright. Go ahead and turn these back off again. If we didn't do it already, we'll do it now. Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff. Excellent. We can go below the line. Runway and FMS, we have runway.
JetBlue 3318, monitor tower 128.8. Good night.
We'll monitor tower for JetBlue 3318. You have a great night. Runway and FMS, runway 09 and the screen on the box and the screen and out the window set. 9 line up and wait for JetBlue 3318. Minimum takeoff fuel. Let's see. Really? 14.4 required. We have 14.5 on board. Flight attendants notified. Engine mode norm. TCAS is TARA. Before takeoff checklist is complete, we can go ahead and get rid of you. We can go ahead and turn all our lights on. And we'll let the flight attendants know we are taking the runway. So someone will be landing on the crossing runway. Don't know where he's at yet. However, matter yet. See if we can see him out the window here. Oop, I tried to make too tight of a turn there. That's not what I wanted to do. Come back over, correct. Alrighty, let's see if we can see this guy landing out the window there. Oop. Oh, there he is. Okay. Some sort of business jet that has no livery. Cool. There he goes. Bye-bye.
Boston Tower, number 510 Mike Tango. We are on the visual runway 4 right and straight in.
JetBlue 38, correction, JetBlue 3318, runway 9 clear for takeoff.
Runway 9 cleared for takeoff. JetBlue 3318. Alrighty, I forgot to do 330. There we go. 330. That's departure frequency. We'll go ahead and get the rest of our lights on. We are clear for takeoff. Volume's up. I'll see you in the air. 1.05 on the EPR. Half down on the side stick. Looks good. Flex. Thrust set. 80. Checked. V1, rotate. Positive rate, you're up. Climb. Climb is set. I think you forgot to switch us. Flaps 1. JetBlue 3318 over to departure.
JetBlue 3318, contact departure, good night.
Have a great night, JetBlue 3318. Alrighty, so there we go. 330, that is departure. Hello, departure, JetBlue 3318, 2700. We're climbing on the Lobster 8.
JetBlue 3310 off departure, radar contact, I'm going to maintain 14,000.
Alrighty, we'll climb and maintain 14,000 for JetBlue 3318. 14, that is set. climb restriction is made. I'm going to dip the nose just a little bit more back down to the flight director bars there. I'll bring her volume down, back down to a more reasonable level. There we go. It's more reasonable. Flaps up after takeoff checklist. All right, the landing gear is up, flaps are up, the after takeoff checklist is complete. I'm just enjoying hand flying this thing right now. Alrighty. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and get the autopilot going. See if we can get some more views off the wing there of downtown Boston. There it is, way down there in the distance. Tactical Coon says, I did not, if you take, I don't know if you take request, but could you fly a 737 in the future, because I'm going to be, I am going to be one in the summer. It'd be cool to see it in action. Okay. I'm gonna try to get a stream going. I know I keep saying it, and I get now that you know, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 actually has a freeware 737. I mean, I don't know if it's any good, but I'm gonna try to get it set up and try to do a stream in a 737 for you, because I know that seems to be a pretty popular request. I don't know if I want to go all in yet on the BMDG 737. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'll try to get one up and going. I feel like a few people have requested a 737 stream, so we'll try to get one going. Either in the max, or maybe, just maybe, I'll splurge. Alrighty, 1347 for JetBlue 3318. Have a great day. Alrighty, 347. There we go. We're through 10. Excellent.
Yeah, 2802, radar contact, say altitude.
22,000, JetBlue 2802.
To the 2802, thanks. Quitter Kingston, climb and maintain flight level 270.
For Kingston, JetBlue 2802.
And flight level 270.
Get up to 270, JetBlue 2802.
Hello, Center. JetBlue 3318 is 13,000, climbing 14,000.
Medevac Big D 1245, connect New York 120.15.
Big thanks from the Big D. Have a good night.
JetBlue 3318 Boston Center, Roger. I show 13, but your city time's at 14, right?
Departure gave me 14 for some reason.
That's fine. You can climb and maintain 14,000.
Alrighty, well, we'll climb and maintain 14,000 for JetBlue 3318. If you need us at a different altitude, let me know.
No, you're good.
Alright, sweet. So we have made it all the way up to the cruise portion of our flight. It is an insanely short flight, so what I'll do is I will initially, they all cruise going, excellent. Initially, I'll have the LSs on. I'll probably leave the LSs on, that's what we'll do. And even though we're not actually flying the ILS, what we'll do is we'll request the Arbor Visual to runway 29er. Let's go ahead and come down here and check our... Well, see, does Portland have an ATIS right now? Weather? Nope. Okay. The winds are calm there. So 0 at 0, that's good. The temperature is 4.
400 Boston Center Radar.
And the altimeter
52,
was 3008.
Charlie,
3008.
1000, Kennedy,
So we have that in there. I'm not going to put in the minimums because we're going to be doing a visual approach, and so I don't want to mess with the minimums with that. It'll be flaps full, auto brakes low. So we've already reviewed the arrival. It's pretty straightforward.
Delta 442 descend via the Robux.
We won't be doing the whole thing,
The Boston altimeter
but
3009.
just for fun, we'll review it one more time since we have a little bit of time here. So let's bring up our chart and get the SCOGs out. There we go. We got SCOGs, SECO, Meshel, and Yak. So we got SCOGs, SECO, Meshel, and Yak. That takes us all the way onto the transition for the ILS, but let's not do the ILS. That's just boring. No one wants to do an ILS. We do the arbor visual. So since I don't think we're gonna have like lighthouse, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 lighthouses that we should be looking for. I don't think those are gonna be in there. So what we'll do is I'll try to spot Cape Elizabeth here. From there, we'll just go out from the Cape and make a nice sweeping arc.
Portland, do you have a preference?
Requesting the arbor visual to runway 29er for JetBlue 3318.
JetBlue 3318, you can expect that.
Roger, thank you. They have some waypoints in here like Sishan, Riddy, that don't quite align. I guess you could put those in there. So like if I wanted to, you go ahead and go fix info, and go CSHNN. So CSHNN. Go ahead and put that in there. And then GRITI. So GRITI.
1525, Boston.
There we go.
Roger.
And those will be kind of like points that we can aim for, kind of help us along our way here. But we'll make our way from Cape Elizabeth, Cape Elizabeth. We'll make a nice sweeping arc just outside the lighthouse, a very tiny island right there with a lighthouse on it. And then we'll squeak just between these 2 islands. And then we'll head towards the entrance of the harbor, and then we'll just fly right down the harbor. We'll use the
Federal American 88 Heavy, 12,000 for 14,000. American 88 Heavy.
alrighty.
680, connect New York.
And then from there, I'll pretty much just use the glide slope as a reference there. So that's what we'll plan on doing.
Brickyard 3680, 120.15.
So, well, did I ever close this? Nope. Pretend I closed that. Alrighty, so
JetBlue 3318, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 4000, the Portland altimeter 3008.
alrighty, we'll descend pilot's discretion down to 4,000 for JetBlue 3318. So we'll go ahead and bring in
18, just report any of the visual reporting points in the same.
Roger for JetBlue 3318. So we'll do a quick briefing here with the Ghost FO. Any threats? It's a visual approach. Should be pretty fun. Just back me up with all our visual points. That's all I ask. We'll come in on the SCOGs. He just gave us pilot's discretion, so we don't really have to worry about crossing SCOGs at 11. We'll just proceed straight on down to 4. Plan on a visual. We'll back it up with the ILS as best we can. And we'll use full flaps, low auto brakes. Should we need to go miss, plan a soft go around, and it'll be with a tower, assigned heading and altitude. And the minimum safe altitude is 3,600 quadrant to the north, so we'll climb up to 3,600 on the miss. Let's see. Otherwise, when we do land a right-hand turn off. Looks like some clouds. I'll turn these on.
Contact New York 125.7. Thanks so much for your help. We'll see ya.
Plan a right-hand turn off on probably Alpha 3 or Alpha 2, something like that. Is what we can plan on, and we'll take Alpha right onto the ramp. Any questions? No questions. Alrighty. Whenever you're ready, let's do a descent checklist.
Delta 4, cross.
Altimeters is 3008 in Portland. Auto brake is low. Preferred approach page is set. Arrival briefing reviewed. SCOGS 3. Visual approach backed up with the ILS to runway 29. The status is checked. No changes. Descent checklist is complete.
Negative, that's Delta 4 heavy, cross Charlie 2000.
Let's go ahead and get some speed brakes out, and we shall go ahead and seat the flight attendants for landing. Flight attendants, prepare for landing.
442,
There we go.
Boston approach 133.0.
133.0, Delta 442, see ya.
Boston Center, Duke 6060 X-ray is on the ground at Martha's Vineyard, picking up our clearance to Albany.
The November 6060 X-ray is set for the wings flight.
Affirmative.
Roger. I'm not sure I'll be able to be
We'll
on
turn
duration.
these back
How long
off.
is your PT?
Should be about 40 minutes.
Go ahead and take control of our speed. We can activate our approach phase at this time. There we go. Excellent.
JetBlue 130 Boston Center.
Squiddy says hello. How are you doing, Squiddy? Welcome. Glad you're able to join Turn and Burn Tuesday as we make our way into Portland here. We're through 10,000 feet. Go ahead and turn all of our lights on. There we go.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I'll be closing in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Alrighty, so it looks like we'll be losing Boston Center for our return flight, but that's okay. At least we got something here on our way in.
November 6060 X-ray cleared to the Albany Airport via as filed. On departure, maintain 2000. Expect 2000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure is this frequency, squawk 5373.
Okay, cleared to Albany as filed. Climb maintain 2000. Expect 2000, 10 minutes after, and squawk 5373. November 6060 X-ray.
November 6060 X-ray, the route back is correct. Runway 6 for departure. The Vineyard altimeter 3004. Call for taxi.
Oh, Roger, Volca 60 X-ray.
I might throw one more point in there that we can't see called Scarb. Looks like that might be a point that will be a nice reference to use.
Boston Center, good evening. Tipper Concord 2 Heavy. We are around 27 miles southwest of Hampton VOR, climbing out of flight level 210.
So I am pretty sure this is Cape Elizabeth there. So what we'll do is I'll call Cape Elizabeth and we'll go ahead and head towards Cape Elizabeth for a visual approach there.
Fox 3344 for Tipper Concord 2 Heavy.
Boston Center, very good evening. I'm at 205 Super, which is setting through flight level 360 for flight level 27.
That's 205 Super Boston Center, Roger. Southwest 1425, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 4 right to the Boston altimeter 3009er.
Descend via Roebuck 3, plan 04 right, altimeter 3009. Thank you, Southwest 1429.
Hello, Center. JetBlue 3318 has Cape Elizabeth in sight.
JetBlue 3318, you are cleared the harbor visual, runway 29er, clear to land.
Cleared harbor visual, runway 29er, clear to land for JetBlue 3318. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get turned that way, because I do have a little bit of altitude I need to lose. So, we'll zig and we zag on our way down here.
Connect Boston approach on 133.0.
We'll go ahead and do that. Let me go ahead and get the replay going. I definitely do not want to miss this recording. There we go. Replay is going. Canadian Aviation, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you are able to make it back here. So I am going to try to do this visual approach. So here's our harbor right here. So I'm going to go ahead and go down to let's go down to 3,000 feet. We keep it going on down there. And what I may also do is we'll go down here into our flight plan. I'm going to clear out. I want the PPAWs. That's really what I want. Yeah, I know. Let's call it Pete. We'll call it direct Pete. Direct to Pete with a radio land. How about that? Alrighty, we'll insert that. That will give me something. I'll take back my heading. So that looks like Elizabeth City. That definitely does look like that could be what I'm looking for there. So I'm gonna head on north. Sorry, we're zooming into my map off screen there. So we will turn this way. So I gotta make my turn in between these two islands, it looks like. So we're gonna make a turn just outside these two islands. We'll continue on down to 2,000 feet. Start configuring. In fact, I'll just go ahead and manage up our speed. We're below 250 knots. I'm going to go ahead and drop the gear.
Northwest 98 is 2004.
Northwest 98, thanks. Clear Keen, climb and maintain for level 350.
Direct Keen up to 350.
There we go. We're VV next minus 10, flaps 1. Excellent.
From Yonks, maintain 2000, so you're established, cleared out.
Excellent. Flaps 2. Not quite VFA next minus 10, but that's okay. I'm going to turn the autopilot off. We're going to be doing some manual flying here. Flight director's off. Give me the bird. Flaps 3, speed verified. Go ahead and stow our speed brakes. Get those armed. Let's see. Flaps full. Before landing checklist, altimeters. Altimeters, we have 3008 and 1980. 3008 is checked. Engine mode is norm. Landing gear is down 3 green. The cam memo, landing no blue. Before landing checklist is complete, we'll go ahead and set about 4,000 feet and there for our missed approach altitude. We'll continue this turn between these two islands here. Using the glide slope here, we're going to be going just north of this little island right here. We're about to pass it. So once we're past this island, we'll begin our left-hand turn towards the inlet of the harbor. So there's the inlet of the harbor right there. So I will go ahead and we will begin our turn.
JetBlue 2802, cross Lawley, flight level 200.
Lawley 200, JetBlue 2802.
Center JetBlue 619er, climbing to 14,000.
JetBlue 619, Boston Center, climb and maintain flight level 280. November 6060 X-ray radar contact. I'm going to maintain 12000.
Stable.
To Providence.
Climb into 12000 and clear direct Providence 6060 X-ray.
5853 Fox ready, taxi Providence.
Delta 4, connect New York on 125.7.
2517, Delta 4 Heavy, have a grenade ticker.
Delta 1775, cross Charlie, 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 it's 12000 and 250 knots. Altimeter 3005. To correction November 50 Fox, runway 5, taxi Alpha Mike, cross runway 34.
Taxi Alpha Mike, cross runway 34 to runway 5, 25, Fox out.
Number 3 X-ray Papa, Boston Center, climb and maintain flight level 210.
Climb and maintain flight level 210, November 3 X-ray Papa.
American 3570, descend and maintain flight level 230.
San Francisco, American 3570.
Corridor 341, cross Sardi at 9,000, if unable, advise.
Sardi 9,000, we got this, Corridor 341.
Boston Center, November 2 Tango Whiskey.
Go ahead.
November 2 Tango Whiskey, just wondering if you could wing VFR 3 flight, take off from runway 34 at Queens State.
Deployed.
And is that the one that goes into Boston?
Hey, firm.
Stand by.
$80. Manual braking, auto brakes are off. 60.
November 3 Tango Whiskey, approach is going to stay open a bit longer, so that will be approved.
Excellent, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Portland, Maine. I thought I had a scenery on here. I guess it did not come through. That's quite alright. Default scenery won't matter anywho. We clear the runway. Let's go. Flaps up.
3 Tango Whiskey, roger. And are you looking for flight following? I don't think it's required.
Yes, I'm going to decline flight following for this flight.
3 Tango Whiskey, roger.
Alrighty, I'm established on a straightaway. I can go heads down real quick. Turn you off. Reset the LS push buttons there. And get our lights off.
Runway 16.
And Boston City, Charlie is off at Bravo 2.
1, 2, 3. There we go. Let's see. Let me zoom in here. Let's go gate 5. I think that should work. So we'll go GSX.
Approach on 1330. Thanks.
Gate 5. Gates 11. I want 5. There we go. Nope. There we go. Excellent.
Delta 1775. Calverton 12000 and 250.
Okay, clearly these gates aren't marked the same. So I think it's all the way down there. I'm like, clearly this isn't marked the same as it should be. It is what it is.
Beautiful, thank you, sir.
I'm just sure if it's number 7, right?
Wow. Okay. Nope. This is it right here. The one with the gate just floating out in the middle of nowhere. Alright. Microsoft, can you please do something with your gates not being aligned? In fact, because of that, I think I might go down here, whatever this gate is. 8, I think it is. We'll cancel it and go to gate 8.
50 Foxtrot Center is going to stay open longer. Just verify, were you wing 5 far 943, thanks.
Thank you.
Delta 1775, Proposition altimeter.
3005.
Appreciate it.
I think that's gate 8.
2802, connect New York 132.17.
13217, Delta 282, good night.
Oh, okay. What? It went down there? Alright, GSX. Change facility, and that was gate 8.
Sound keeps keying up, I'm not hearing anything.
No, let's go the other way. Alright. Let's change that again. I think that was gate 4. Change facility gate 3, so let's go gate 2. Oh. Hey, alright, that's gonna be more reasonable. At least that jet bridge is semi-connected and not hanging out in the middle of nowhere. Alright, so there we go. We got our little guy waving at us like, hey, dum-dum, you taxied past me. I know. Squiddy Game says, boom, touchdown, looks beautiful. Let me tell you, Tactical, it absolutely is 100% beautiful there. Having done that exact approach in real life, it is absolutely beautiful. This jet bridge is still over the line. It is what it is.
Altitude 3 Tango Whiskey.
Boston Center, United 1236, flight, or correction, 14000.
United 1236, Boston Center, climb and maintain flight level 340.
340, United 1236.
American 3570, descend and maintain 111000, the Providence altimeter 303, correction 3007.
American 3570, descend 110, flight level 110.
Affirmative, 11,000 feet, descend now 11,000.
11,000.
Delta 914, connect Cleveland 125.42.
Trying to get the perfect part, which does not exist right there. Excellent. Brakes are set. We can go ahead and turn the fast seatbelt sign off. And we can shut down number 2. The APU is up. We can shut down the number 1. Let's go ahead and get the fuel pumps off. Excellent. And we can turn the beacon light off as well. Let's go ahead and check our... We can request it. Yep, it's going to do it automatically. Sweet. Let's go ahead and check our oil... Hydraulics looks good. Status message, no weird messages. And our oxygen, that all looks good there. So they are all set and ready to go. Did the jet bridge actually come up to the aircraft, or was it? Yeah, I guess it did move like, what, like 5 inches that it had to move. So it is what it is there. Excellent.
50 Foxtrot, fly, runway heading, runway 5, cleared for takeoff.
What's he trying to do? Oh, he's trying to marshal me back in again. My little guy out there is just freaking out. Okay, he's doing his own thing. Dude is in La La Land. All right, well, we got that going. Let's go ahead and we'll get some turn music going there. That AI voice is GSX letting me know what's happening. So that's what that is. That's what I need to do. We can stop recording. Thank you. We'll save that for our second landing. Should be absolutely amazing. So there we go. First recording is done. Let's go ahead and we shall disconnect from the VATSIM network. And in fact, we will disconnect, and I'll go ahead and turn you off on mode C now, since we're disconnected. And let's go ahead and get our second flight going here. Portland to Boston. How much fuel we got on board? 11.7. So we'll make it that then. Oh, no. I did not fuel us through. I thought I would have fueled us through. Alright, so we'll see how much fuel we need to get back there. Departing off of runway 29. We'll do a T9 departure as well. Yeah, I guess so. And that would be doing the ILS to 4 right down there. Excellent. Alright. So we'll go ahead and generate that flight. Come up here and unload this flight plan real quick. Excellent. And what I'll do is we'll come in here and unload this flight plan as well. Excellent. Get rid of you. Flight plan has been generated. Let's go ahead and... But I need 12.2, so just a little bit of gas, not that much more. Boston Center is online. Although I think he's going to be going offline here soon. Squiddy says goodbye, Tactical. Oh, glad I tuned in to the stream. Have to go to bed. No problem, Tactical. Thank you very much for tuning in. Very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate you coming out and having a nice little chat with me. Oh, I missed a few things here. I was so focused on the visual approach there. I think I got you, Canadian Aviation. Hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Glad you were able to make it out to another live stream there. Squiddy Game says, oh, mine is the A10 Warhawk. I mean, 100%. I don't know if I can choose a favorite, right? So, like, the A10's pretty cool. The F-14 Tomcat, it's just GOAT. So I mean, maybe that's my answer. F-14 Tomcat. That's what it is. Yeah, when you are a tank and you hear that Bert, you know you're done. Yeah, you're toasting. It's already too late when you hear that Bert sound. You know you done messed up Aaron. All right, so did I pre-file this? No, I didn't pre-file this. Let's go ahead and pre-file it on the VetSim network here. I hope that's a valid time for departure. What? That is not a valid time for departure at all. Okay. Let's go ahead and edit this flight. Why would you... Alright, there we go. Okay, no problem, Squiddy. He said I'm gonna go show my friends your channel. They like your streams. I know I enjoy them. Oh yeah, Squiddy, I really do appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. Thanks very much. Every like, everyone that tunes in, you know, it's just one big community here. So I like flight simming, and I like to have you guys tune in and, you know, get some enjoyment out of it. So let me regenerate this flight, since for some reason it had the absolute wrong time on there. And let's pre-file this new flight plan to be a more reasonable time. Alright, that one is filed. So we can go ahead and we will connect back up to VATSIM there. So we are connected on back up there. Let's see. I need to re-import everything. From some brief. Commence deboarding. And then, I mean, okay, yeah, they did start deboarding. Cool. What is going on my thing here? The Ocean 5. Oh, that's why. Okay. I'll just go ahead. There's no sit out of here for right ILS. That's what we're going to be doing. You can't see that because it's off screen. Let me bring you on screen. We'll go ahead and import from SimBrief. I have way too many Portland and Bostons in there because I filed the wrong time. So now I should get a valid clearance. Let's go ahead and go into, nope, I don't want procedures. I want approach for right. That's what they're using. So Ocean 5 for right. There's the airport. All right. So that's all done, and then we can go here home, and then back here. Excellent. There we go. So we'll wait for them to finish and the deplaning, and what I need to do is go to the overhead and get some air conditioning on. How about that? There we go. Turn the AC on, and get the door going. Oh, there goes our passengers. Oh, look at there. All right. I keep forgetting that's a thing. That's so cool. I mean, I did I have GSX way back in the day, in the FSX days, and it's come such a long way. Such a long way. So I'll go ahead and get this on the init page. I'll put you on make do menu as we get ready for. Actually, I'll put you here. Atsu AOC, and we'll leave you right there for our company. Actually, let me clear out the company messages. JetBlue ops, yeah. B6 ops, all right. Yep. Took a huge delay, whatever. Alrighty, return. There we go. Excellent. Only 52 more people to go. Before we load up here, we can take a quick stroll around the aircraft here. You can see it bouncing up and down as people are moving around. This livery, I have been wanting to do some like, I have like a million JetBlue liveries. Like, you name a special livery, I probably have it for JetBlue. I have like all the liveries. Like, I've been wanting to do this livery for quite some time. Bear Force One, the Peacock one. I definitely have been wanting to do that one. I've been wanting to take the Brooklyn one into not JFK, but LaGuardia. I've been wanting to take the Brooklyn one into LaGuardia. So I have, and then of course you got all the varying different blues that they have. The I Love New York one. What is it? The New York Fire Department. I got that one. So definitely have like a gajillion JetBlue liveries, and I want to fly them all. It's like Pokemon. I want to fly them all. All right. Stand behind the engine. This is you when you get to this part of your walk around, you can feel that heat coming off the engine. It's absolutely insane. It's really a shame. I wish Fenix brake simulation was a little bit better. I got theirs pretty much spot on. Fenix brakes never get hot. Like, I guarantee you, if we went inside right just now, those brakes are gonna be like sub 200. I'm gonna go sub 200. When in reality, those brakes would be in the threes. Especially a 321. A 321 almost always gets into the threes. Oh yeah, they have the fans on this one, so that's cool. What is the most challenging aspect of flying the A320? The most challenging aspect of flying the A320 is not being able to feel directly what's happening to the flight controls. So, like on a gusty day, when you're flying a conventional airplane, you can feel every gust coming back through the cable, all the way back through the column there. You can feel everything. And the Airbus, you just don't feel that. So you don't have that tactile feedback. So it makes it a little bit more difficult on the more gusty days. It makes it a little bit more difficult on the gusty days to try to, we'll go back inside, to, you know, try to figure out what's going on with the wind and stuff like that. So that, I think that's the most challenging aspect of flying the A320. The fly-by-wire, don't get me wrong, I love it. It's great. It takes care of you. It is there to make my job so easy. But there are other aspects where I wish, you know, you had that feedback coming back to you. So, you know, it is what it is. So that would be my biggest con for the Airbus, is not having that tactile feedback. But you get used to it, and you just, instead of reacting to what you feel coming through the control column, you just kind of see what the airplane's doing and react based on that. That's why I always say, like, a gusty crosswind, you always feel like you're a half step behind the aircraft, because you don't have that tactile input. So yeah, that's probably the most challenging part. Good question, Squiddy. Good question. Alrighty, almost done. We're waiting on these last two people to get off the airplane. Can I even see them coming down the aisle? Nope. Can't see anyone coming down the aisle. They're just invisible people at this time. We got one more. And do I need to restart Kodo till whatever it's called? I don't know. Alright, so deboarding is complete. Let's go ahead and additional services, reload sim brief. Yeah, okay. That's probably another thing I need to do, is update. Apparently there's an update to GSX, so I gotta do that. All right. So additional services. Okay, sim brief. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and we'll re-import this flight. Import the next flight. We'll dismiss that. Excellent. And mass and balance. We will load the aircraft, boarding and refueling. Hopefully this time the fueler actually gives me gas. We've got 12.3 is planned, 11.6 in the tanks. So there we go. So hopefully GSX actually brings the fueler. Let's go outside and see. Ed E, hello Cap. It's been a minute since I've seen you, Ed E. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Glad you could join for a Turn and Burn Tuesday. It's not as turny or burny with GSX, because GSX does take a sweet time to do things. There's our fuel truck. It's coming on in. We don't need much gas this time. So it's coming on in. Once he hooks up, they should begin the actual boarding process. There we go. In real life, I mean, you know, GSX can only do so much. You know, it's limited by a lot of different things, unknowns and the sort. But in real life, that tug sitting down here would have been hooked up. You know, before they even offloaded the first bag, that tug would have been hooked up. So, you know, that way they don't have to do anything when it's time to close the door and push back. You're all ready to go. So, there we go. So, our fuelers are slowly getting everything set up there. Let's see. Do we have baggage carts? I don't even know if we have baggage carts. Are they coming from somewhere? Nope. Okay. That's okay. So what I'll do while they're doing their thing, is I'll see if I can get a clearance out of here. I have 2 of them, so we'll see. Will you be going live next Tuesday? I generally have Tuesdays off, which is why you see me streaming almost all the time on Tuesdays.
Add and maintain 8000, the Stewart Altimeter 3005.
Let me check. I'm checking my schedule right now. So generally I will be going live on Tuesdays. The only downside, we'll see. So, my sister and my niece and nephew are coming into town next week. So, don't know what we'll be doing. Hopefully I'll still plan on streaming on next Tuesday, but, I probably, ooh. And those are my golden days too. I'll try to stream every week or every day next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But there's no promises there, because my sister will be in town. So, obviously I want to hang out with her and my niece and nephew and see them and talk to them and just hang out with them for a little bit. So my evenings may consist of a little bit of sister time, sisterly love, sibling love, whatever you want to call it. But that'll be great there. So yeah, I do plan on going live, and I generally will go live every Tuesday since I can consistently get Tuesdays off. That's why you don't really see me streaming as much on Mondays or Tuesdays, or sorry, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Saturday, Sunday. Even if I'm off, you'll never see me stream because I dedicate those days to Mrs. Gray Eagle and my little eagles. So those are my dedicated. You'll never see me unless if they're gone halfway around the world doing something. You'll never see me stream on a weekend. So that's just the thing. I've dedicated those days specifically as their time, where they get all of me. So that's why you'll never see me stream on a weekend. All right, so when I get a break here in the talking, what I like to do is I like to pick up a clearance before I start inputting things in the FMC. So what we'll do is we'll hit the init request and then we'll leave it be. We'll put you back in heading and vertical speed. We'll get the flight directors back on again. There we go. And let's see. Hello, Center JetBlue 3318 on the ground, and Portland looking for a clearance to Boston. I don't even know what altitude I'm filed at.
3318, clearance and request standby. It's going to be a couple minutes.
Nope, no problem.
3079.
Let's see, what do we have here? It'll be a couple of minutes, he says. That's okay. Okay, so 16 on the way back down. Okay, that's no problem. Alrighty, so here, let's go ahead and go right down here. Shift you over here. Let's go JetBlue 3318. There we go. Oh, Eddie, oh man, I'm so sorry about that. Man, hopefully they gave you some sort of notice before, so that way you could start looking for another job. Man, I'm so sorry about that, Eddie. Hopefully, you can polish off that resume and get right back into it. I know things are just crazy right now. Let's see. We'll do a cost index of 8. Cruising at 16,000 feet, so they say. So we'll go ahead and put that in there. IC deviation of 3 here, so it's gonna be 11. Let's see. The current temperature in Portland, weather METAR, is 3 degrees, so we'll go ahead and put 03 in there. No alternate, that's good. Our 0 fuel weight, let's go ahead and grab that from our McDo here. And we'll accept that. It's going to be a 0 fuel weight of 131.6. And yeah, 130, 131.8. Let's go ahead and do 131.8, 1.8, and a CG of 31.8, 31.8. Block fuel will be 12.3. Is it fueling me up? Oh, it did give me 12.3 on the gas. Excellent. 0 for the route reserve. Flight plan it'd be Portland, runway 29. There is no departure. We'll go direct to Ocean for the Ocean 5-4 right. So we'll go ahead and go Boston, arrival, ILS 4 right, Ocean 5. And then we got the Via Goshi in there, which is perfectly fine. We'll have all the fixes in there. So we come over to here. Eddie says, yeah, thank you. I will bounce back soon. Yeah, definitely. Let us know, Eddie. Definitely, I'll keep you in my thoughts and my prayers. Everything, like my sister says, everything is going to work out in your favor. So when one door closes, 2 more open up. So, don't. I know it's hard to think positively. Don't let it stress you out too much. And maybe this is a nice little reset to get you into a better position and doing something much better than you were before. So let's see, since we're only doing the arrival, the Ocean, I'm just gonna go ahead and we'll review the arrival right now. So we got the we got Ocean. Ocean is going to be between 14 and 19 and 250 knots. That's in there. That looks good. Then we got Terry. Is that or above 9,250 knots? Then we got what looks like water. Then we got Pilgrim. Nope. Oh, there we go. Sorry, wrong transition there. Flutie at above 9,000. Then we got Griffey. Then Gabe at 6,220 knots. And then Joby is at 6,210 knots. Then we got the ILS here. There's Goshi. It's way out here at 6,000 feet, 210 knots. Then Winnie at or above 4,000. Then Nebo at or above 3,000. That looks good. Milt. And then from Milt to the runway, we're looking at what, 4 or 5 miles and a 30-degree glide slope. 5 miles, 30-degree glide slope to the runway. Missed approach says I climbed to 420. Then on a 030 radial outbound to Waxon and Hole, which is 14 DME. So there we go. Got Waxon in there. Sweet deal. Alrighty, so let's go over to the performance here. Actually, nope. I want to uplink the winds real quick before we go over into performance. So winds, we'll request that. Now we can go over into performance. Can you see people walking down the jet bridge or no? No. Okay. Oh, no, you can kind of see them. Oh, that's cool. Alrighty. Let's get to performance. Portland 29 dry. Let's look here. We're planning on a takeoff. If I have to click you one more time, we're planning on a takeoff weight of 143.8. So 145.8 is what we'll do, plus 2,000 pounds makes 145.8. Excellent. Over here, I'll do this. And then 145.8, 145.8. There we go. Variable 2, that looks good. We'll calculate that. That looks good. We'll send to the McDo. Another Flaps 3 departure. I have no clue what Phoenix's obsession is with Flaps 3, but it is what it is. Alrighty, so we'll go in. No, I don't need that. We'll go into performance. We'll double check. 128, 129, 133, Flaps 3, Flex 61. And let's go to our descent page. Do a 290 descent. And we'll copy our active. No special engine failure procedures to consider. Excellent. Now that we have a little bit of time, what we can do is we can go ahead and verify our IRs are aligned. Our recorder ground control is getting ready for us to brief and run a checklist. EFIS is set. Our altitude, we'll get to that when we finally do get our clearance here. Our parking brake is on and checked. ACP and RCP are checked. Let's go ahead and make sure we have the right airport. Okay. Of course you're going to be sideways like that. So we'll go to data and position monitor, and we want 4338.7, 4338.8, close enough. 070, 18.5, 070, 18.7. That seems like that puts us on Portland. Our ND looks good. We have V1, V2, climate nav, blue, flight directors 1 and 2. We don't have to check our oxygen again. Let's go ahead and see if our Ghost FO is ready for a briefing. Is our Ghost FO ready for a briefing? Yeah, there we go. What are your threats? Nothing other than we don't have a clearance. Yeah. So hopefully we get our clearance here before we're ready to push back. We'll push and go down to runway 29, which is straight down Alpha over across 36. We'll depart off of 29, flaps 3 flex, data reject considerations. Any questions about what we reject for? Nope. Excellent. If we do lose an engine after V1, we'll continue straight ahead to 4,000 feet, clean up the aircraft with the ECAM, and we'll see what our performance dictates. If we can make it back into Portland, we'll make it back into Portland. Otherwise, we may need to go a little further south. We'll just continue down to Boston. It has a nice long runway down there, and nice big facilities. So we can go ahead and do that. Questions, comments, or concerns? Nope. Alrighty, excellent. So that is all done. Bring you all the way down here. That's what I want. Excellent. How far along in the boarding process are we?
2040 Boston Center, hello. Climb maintain flight level 36, sure.
Almost done. So let's go ahead and get our fuel pumps on. External power is off. APU bleed is on. Let's go ahead and get our fastest seatbelt sign on. We'll wait for the beacon light there. And let's check. Our fuel pumps are on and the fuel is balanced, and that total looks good. Our hydraulics look good. Pressurization is in auto with a landing elevation, and our engine oil quantities look good. There we go. We can do it before start checklist. Recorder ground control is on. Flight forms and maintenance log is on board. Reviewed aircraft 632. Fuel quantity. 12.3 required, 12.2 is on board. Takeoff performance, we have 128, 129, 133, flex 61. Oxygen checked, seatbelt sign is on. ECAM checked, park brake on and checked, MCDU is set, altimeters 3008. Departure briefing is reviewed. The before start checklist is complete. Let me go ahead and see if there is an updated METAR 3008 still. So there we go. Not too worried about that. Was that for 3318? JetBlue 3318?
3318, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, we're still waiting on a clearance.
JetBlue 3318. I have a flight amendment to your clearance. Cleared to the Boston Airport via the Portland 6 departure. Radar vectors to Kennebuck. Echo November Echo. Direct Ocean. Oscar Sierra Hotel November. Then join the Ocean 5 arrival. Maintain 3000. Expect 16,000 10 minutes after departure. Block 4764.
Alrighty, let me see if I got that right. We got the Portland 6 departure, radar vectors to Echo November Echo, then Ocean 5 arrival. Climb and maintain 3000, expect 16,010 minutes after departure, and squawk 1464 for JetBlue 3318.
JetBlue 3318, readback is correct. Expect runway 29 for departure. Evaluated detected.
Alrighty, we'll expect 290 for departure. We'll advise ready to taxi for JetBlue 3318. Excellent. So let's go ahead and do 1464. We'll clear you out. 1464. Excellent. We'll turn you back on. So yep, we're squawking our mode C there. We'll go to 3000. Excellent. That's set there. And let's go ahead and change our departure here. We're going to go flight plan Portland 6. Departure. We'll go ahead and throw that in there. And then we have Echo, November Echo. Drop that right on the discon. Sweet. We'll clear that because we'll go direct to Ocean. We'll insert that and all looks well. There we go. I'll leave performance up here. We'll leave this over here. Oh, and they're all done back there. Sweet. So that's all done. We've accepted that. And we'll dismiss this. What is this guy listening to in the background? Oh my gosh. Alrighty, there we go. All the doors are armed. And let's go ahead and see if GSX will oh, there we go. It's doing it. It's just doing it. Okay, cool. I'm cool with that.
1417 Boston Center, hello. I maintain flight level 220.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go ahead. We'll someone is having way too much fun. Whoever that is in that house is having way too much fun. Alright, so the jet bridge is, I guess, removed. It's already inside of our parking spot, but it is what it is. So hopefully here in a second, the aircraft has been lifted up. They'll ask me which direction I want to push.
Delta 1358, contact Boston approach 133.0.
Continue pushback. Ice warning. Do you request de-icing treatment? Oh. There's not a... There, what? Okay. Voodoo knows right. Alrighty. Alrighty. I mean, it's not really icing outside, but, you know, it is what it is. There goes a little person. Just walking their little feet off. I said nose right, correct? We'll see what happens. If I gotta U-turn it, I'll U-turn it. But I trust in GSX.
Is 135 heavy Boston Center, hello, climb maintain flight level 400. 400, Asiana 135 heavy.
Oh my gosh, GSX is so smart now. Alright, let me turn the sim volume up here for when he gives me the okay to start these engines.
T12, your flight plan is amended.
Appreciate that very much. Let's down to T12 heavy.
Brake set clear to disconnect the interphone. Have a great day. You can see the nose gently going down. Awesome.
Bravo Lima 255, contact New York approach 120.8.
Is he gonna let me start the engines anytime soon? I know he's waiting until after pushback, but I guess we'll wait until he's fully clear. I don't know. Let's go back up, see what's going on. You good? All right.
616 Boston Center, hello.
Okay, there we go. There's a guy. They need to change where this guy stands, because like from the flight deck he's right behind the pillar. There we go. I have a salute. All right, they're gone. They're clear. We can go ahead and start our engines. That's amazing how a headset is disconnected and yet you're still talking to me. All right, starting engine 1.
JetBlue 45, signed up for 14 up.
JetBlue 45, Boston Center, hello. Climb maintain flight level 300.
Flight level 300, JetBlue 45.
Delta 616, cleared direct robot descend and to maintain flight level 210.
Cleared direct robot, going to maintain, was that 270 for Delta 616?
210.
210, to maintain 210, Delta 616.
JetBlue F32, Boston Center, hello. Climb maintain flight level 210. JetBlue 1417, cross Calverton, Charlie, Adam maintain 120,250 knots, Long Island altimeter 3005.
Why didn't that sound nearly as loud as it usually does? Was that quieter than it usually is? I feel like it is, even though I turned the sounds up. What's going on? Simulator, what's going on? Let's main menu. Oh, cancel. Settings. There we go. Sound. Everything is up. The only thing I turned down was that. Headphone listening mode. Headphone. I don't know. Loudness limiter. Oh, you want to know what? Let's turn that off. I feel like, was it the I 350 that wanted you to turn off certain things? I don't know. Let's go back and go back. All right. So better, I guess. I don't know. A little bit better. I don't know. That seems more reasonable. In general, Microsoft, I find I have to turn up a little bit more than, or at least Flight Sim 2024, I find I have to turn up a little bit more than I do in 2020, so I don't know. Alrighty, flap, we have 2 good engine starts. I have a salute, flaps 3. Another flaps 3 departure. Gotta love it. Alrighty. After start checklist. Engine anti-ice we don't need. Status is checked. The rudder trim is at 0. After start checklist is complete. Low center, JetBlue 3318 on the ground in Portland, ready to taxi. This knocked me offline again? Seriously? Why? I have no clue why it randomly knocks me offline.
220 Delta 245.
So let's try that again. Low center, JetBlue 3318 on the ground in Portland, ready to taxi.
JetBlue 3318.
It's got to be pretty straightforward.
Taxi runway 29, taxi via Alpha, cross runway 18.
Alright, 29 via Alpha cross runway 18 for JetBlue 3318. Alrighty.
Stewart 228, leaving my airspace, mountain offline, radar service terminated for exchange crew.
There we go. We will continue straight ahead, and that's where we're going to go. We're across 18 straight ahead. We can do a flight control check at this time. Pull up. Pull down. Neutral. Pull left. Pull right. Neutral.
Boston Center, hello, Maine.
Rudders. Pull left. Pull right. Neutral. Alright, we'll go ahead and turn that back on. We'll bring the auto brakes up to a max. Set our trim here. Predictive wind shear can come on. We can go ahead and do a takeoff config check. Excellent. Our flight attendants have been pretty fast on this trip. They are efficient here at JetBlue. There we go. So before takeoff checklist, flaps are at 3 planned and 3 indicated. Takeoff data and speeds are checked. Our weight is at 143.8. We were planning on 143.6. Stab trim 30.7%. We were planning on 30.7%. Flight controls are checked. ECAM memo, takeoff, no blue. We are to the line. We're back heads up again. Looks like we're about to cross runway 18. We're clear on the right. And we are clear on the left. Clear to cross runway 18. Oop, nope, I don't like that. Alrighty. Flight attendants, prepare for takeoff. Excellent. We shall turn these lights back to their normal position. Excellent. And we can go below the line. Runway and FMS. Runway 29er. And the box on the screen and out the window, that is checked. Men take off fuel. Ooh, let's see. Minimum takeoff fuel 12.0 required, 12.0 on board. Flight attendants are notified. Engine mode is norm. TCAS is now in TARA before takeoff checklist is complete. And get rid of this. There we go. And we shall hold short of runway 29.
Roger.
I'll probably let him know that we're ready for departure. He probably wants a nice little reminder. Low center, JetBlue 3318, number 1, holding short of runway 29, ready for departure.
There's 20 Alpha Tango, Boston Center, hello. 17, fly runway heading, runway 29, clear for takeoff.
We'll fly the runway heading, runway 29, clear for takeoff for JetBlue 3318. Alrighty, so we go ahead and let the flight attendants know we are taking the runway.
Via the robust 3 arrival, runway 4 right, Providence altimeter.
And I'll go ahead and get this out.
Best forward speed, published speeds at robust.
Okay. They have done something. Alright. So, 290. Exactly. Wow. Okay. So, we can roll this. What I like to usually do is wait until we're pretty much on it and then turn it. Alrighty, it's exactly a 290 heading. I'll turn the sim volume up for you all. Excellent. And let's make our way back down to Boston, shall we? Have down on side stick 1.05 on the EPR. Looking good. Flex. Thrust set. 80 checked. B1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Heading. Alrighty, climb and maintain 16,000. We're climbing through 1,500 at this time and direct to Echo November Echo for JetBlue 3318. Alrighty, climb. Alright, climb is set. We'll go direct to Echo November Echo. That looks good. Go ahead and zoom out there. Excellent. Flaps 1. Pops up after takeoff checklist. Alright. We'll bring the sim volume back down to a more reasonable level. There we go. That seems to be about what the norm is. I feel like somewhere around there. Not too high, not too low. There we go. Looks good. We'll head up front, finish our after takeoff items there. Ready, after takeoff checklist. The gear is up, flaps are up. We are pressurizing. After takeoff checklist is complete. There we go.
Welcome to Albany. Taxi to the ramp at your discretion. Congrats on passing wings IFR4. Could you send me your CID and the wings number in a PM so I have a record to put it in later? Thank you.
Oh, I think, was that a VATSIM check ride that someone just passed? I'm not too sure. How about that? Yeah. Take a few screenies there. There we go. That never hurts. Squiddy says, let's go take off. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I absolutely love the volume of this. Why is Fly Life freaking out with the estimated time en route? It knows exactly where we are. The ETA keeps changing. We're in Boston. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. It's freaking out for like no reason. Gotta figure it out. Like the progress bar is progressing, so that's why I'm like, I don't understand what it's doing.
Descend well, Roxy approach. Use runway, expect runway 04 right. Altimeter 307, Chinese 990.
And Chinese 998, maintain that forward.
So we're through 10. Go ahead and getting the flight attendants out of sterile, and we'll get the exterior lights off at this time. Should be climbing on up to 16 here. We already reviewed the arrival, so no need to review the arrival. I'll get the LS push buttons on. Let's go ahead and look and see what the current ETIS is in Boston. Really? Tango? Again? Has it been that long since the last Tango?
I show you at flight level 360.
That was United 1331, apologies.
United 1331, climb maintain level 210.
Alrighty. Well, I mean, that is what it is. It's Tango, again, apparently. So, let's go ahead, and the progress page will put KBOS runway 04R. There we go. Get that set up there. Performance approach page here. We can go ahead and... Is it really Tango? Let me see. Networks. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I wanted weather. ATIS, VATSIM, 55 minutes ago. It says Tango. Okay. Let's see. Ones are calm. Temperature is 4 degrees.
1780 Boston.
And the altimeter is 3008. The minimums for our ILS is going to be 218. We're 15 for 16. 218. So we'll go ahead and do that. Auto brakes low. That looks good there. And we can go ahead and ask our Ghost FO here if he's ready for a... Squiddy says, goodbye, I gotta go. Oh, thanks for joining the stream, Squiddy. Glad to have had you in the chat. Really do appreciate you coming along and spend a little bit of your evening with me. Really do appreciate it. See you at the next stream, Squiddy. We'll ask our Ghost FO here if he's ready to brief. Yep, alright. What threats do you have? It's Boston. The taxiing could be a little crazy, just like we briefed on the way out. So, yeah, I would agree with those threats. We do have ATC online, so that's good. And it does sound a little busy there this evening. So we shall see. They say runway 33 right is available for turnoff. So if we miss 33 left, or Yankee, we can turn on 33 right, or else you have to take Romeo, which is all the way down there. It's not a really good way, so we'll plan on coming in on the ocean arrival here. The first restriction, ocean at between 9 and 14,250 knots, with the bottom side being Joby at 6,210 knots. We'll do a visual. We'll back it up with the ILS to runway 4 right, chart 11-1, dated 10 May 24. That's all we need to brief since it is a visual. I'll use flaps full, auto brakes low, soft go around if we need to go missed. It'll be a climb to 3,000 on the Boston 030 radial to wax and then hold. or if we get alternate instructions from the tower.
Descend via the Ocean 5 arrival, runway 4 right, present Boston altimeter 3008.
Alrighty, we'll descend via the Ocean 5 runway 4 right for JetBlue 3318. So we'll go ahead and pre-select 6,000. There we go. That is in there. I'll wait a little bit longer before we begin that descent down. So like I said, missed approach will be as published or tower assigned if we get alternate missed approach instructions. And when we do land, I don't know where it's going to be, but we'll try to make 33 right, and then we'll figure out how they taxi us there. There's a few hot spots along the way back, and we'll park on the same gate, gate Charlie 33. Call that an evening. Anything else you want to add to that, Mr. FO? Ghost FO? Nope. Alrighty. Excellent. It's always hard to remember when you're below 18,000 feet, but we're below 18,000 feet. Let's go ahead and do a descent checklist. Altimeters is 3008. Auto brake is low. Preferred approach page is set. The arrival briefing is reviewed. The Ocean 5 arrival with a visual backed up with ILS to runway 4 right. Status is checked. No changes. The descent checklist is complete. There we go. Alrighty. I'll bring you down to 20. So I like to begin that descent about 10 miles from our top of drop.
Heading 340, vector 50 bucks.
Left 340 and down to 16,000 at 1331. Also Center, good evening, Virgin 138 Mike with you at 13,000, climbing 17,000.
Course 522, descend and maintain flight level 230.
Alrighty, that's about 10 miles from our top of descent. We'll go ahead and manage that speed.
Southwest 522.
Virgin 138 Mike, hello, climb maintain flight level 370.
370, Virgin 138 Mike.
Setting 1780, contact New York Center 125.32.
Well, I mean, I absolutely do love this livery. There we go. That's probably the shot I've been looking for right there. Beautiful.
Yeah, United 1331, cleared direct Roebuck, descend via the Roebuck 3 arrival, runway 4 right.
Clear direct Roebuck and descend via the Roebuck 3 for 4 right on
It really is impressive how Fenix is able to include so much detail. That's the what I wanted to do.
Contact New York approach 120.8.
20.8 Delta 245, good night.
How they're able to include all those fine details, like the streaking coming down. You can't really see it in the black. The black adds a lot, but I mean, how they just cranked out so much LOD is beyond me. It really is magic what they do, what Fenix did. Pure magic. Pure magic.
33.0.
133.0, can I send that?
JetBlue 3318, contact Boston approach 133.0.
133.0 for JetBlue 3318. Thanks for the ATC. You have a great evening. Alrighty, 133.0. There it is. They have Tango.
Eastern 998 Heavy, Boston, approach, roger. At Goshi, cleared ILS, runway 4 right approach.
Goshi, runway 4 right approach, Chinese 98, thank you.
JetBlue 1132, stay airspeed.
JetBlue 1132, 210.
JetBlue 1132, reduce speed, 190 knots or less.
190, JetBlue 1132.
Hello, approach. JetBlue 3318 is 12,500 descending on the Ocean 5. Information Tango.
JetBlue 3318, Boston, approach, good evening, thanks for information Tango. Descend via the arrival, Boston altimeter 3008, runway 4 right.
We'll descend via the Ocean 5 for right transition for JetBlue 3318.
Number 4 Tango Echo, when it will proceed direct path.
4 Tango Echo.
Excellent. We'll continue descending via.
Boston approach head 1331 is on the robot.
Looks like we are doing really well right now on the descent.
Good evening, thanks for information Tango. At Goshi, cleared ILS, runway 4 right approach.
At Goshi, cleared ILS 4 right approach, 1331.
Eastern 998, I think I gave it to you, but I don't remember, so I'm going to give it to you again just in case. At Goshi, cleared ILS, runway 4 right approach.
At Goshi, runway 4 right approach, Chinese 98.
One thing I've started to do on my deadheads, or when I'm just traveling in general, and I also just happen to have my company iPad with me, is I'll bring up the route and follow along on Jet Flight Pro. And it's very interesting because, you know, you never know who's the nervous flyer around you, and when they can see, you know, where they are on the face of the earth as they're flying along, it does kind of make them a little bit more at ease. So, I don't know. What do you guys think about having the iPad up while we're getting some wing views showing our arrival into Boston? Might be something I do more often, especially on Flight Sim 2024, because you can physically see what's going on. You still get the view out the window, but you can also physically see where we're at and track our progress. So, I don't know. Might be something I keep. If you guys hate it, then I'll get rid of it, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna keep it. That time is still freaking out, and I have no clue why.
3318, turn 20 degrees left, descend and maintain 4,000. The vector is ILS, runway 4 right approach.
20 to the left down to 4,000 for JetBlue at 3318. Alrighty. 20 to the left, so 252. There we go. And 4,000. And he said this is going to be vectors for the ILS to... no, there we go. Stop it. Pull. Thank you. Excellent. I forgot to seat the flight attendants. I was so busy looking around. Flight attendants, prepare for landing. Alrighty. So we can do that. We can do that. And we'll do that, since we have ATC online. Also, what I'll do, since he's taking us off the arrival permanently, he said vectors for the ILS. So what we'll do is we'll go direct to...
4 Tango Echo, Boston Center now, 134.7, good night.
4.7, 4 Tango Echo, good night.
Goshi.
1132, wind calm, runway 4 right.
Radio land.
4 right clear to land, JetBlue 1132, parking Charlie 32.
Delta 616, welcome to Boston.
So we'll do that. We'll execute. And we'll do that. Now, I have had recently, I had ATC take us off the arrival, give us vectors, and then give us back direct to the point on the arrival again. or no, they cleared us like 5 points down their arrival. So they like, let's say we got vector directed. They gave us directed Joby, right? So let's say they gave us directed Joby on this arrival, and then came back and said, "Oh, direct to Flutie," and you're like, why are you doing this to me? Why do you make my life hard? What did I do to you? What did I do to hurt you? I have no clue. Let's cool it off a little bit back there as well. There we go. There's Boston in the distance, right there. There's downtown Boston. This is one of my, I guess, more favorite places to fly to when you have to go downtown. Is like you're literally just a bridge away from downtown Boston. They got the T that connects up to the airport. It's kind of cool. So if you ever go into Boston, you can just hop on the T, go right into downtown Boston, follow the historic trails. If you're a history nerd, that's definitely something fun for you to do. Let's see. I have no clue why Fly Live is still freaking out. Let's go ahead and get the recording going before I forget about that. We'll do recording. Start the recording.
3318, turn left heading 235, descend and maintain 3000.
235 down to 3000, JetBlue 3318. Alright, 3000. So he actually is vectoring us. Looks like someone is just outside Winnie there. Okay, so I think the way I did this, I'm gonna be so upset if I overwrite this, but I think the way I did this is the exact opposite. So 2 is gonna be number 1, and 1 is going to be number 2.
3318, turn left heading 230 now, descend and maintain 4000.
Alright. Hopefully I didn't overwrite. I think I said, yeah. 1 is going to be the first one. Yeah.
Left turn heading 230, descend and maintain 4000.
Okay, 230 and 4000. Just confirm you want us to 4000 and not 3000 now?
Correct. 4000 now for JetBlue 3318.
Okay, 230 and 4000 for JetBlue 3318.
Southwest 530. Was that Southwest 522 calling it?
Alright, we'll stop there.
4000 now, descend and
Southwest 522, Boston approach, good evening. Confirm you got information. Tango at Goshi, cleared ILS on 184 right approach.
Roger, my apologies. We do have Tango and at Goshi, cleared ILS approach on 184 right.
No problem. JetBlue 3318, turn left heading 220.
220, JetBlue 3318. 220, let's go ahead and we're in a cloud. Let's go ahead and get the engine anti-ice on because it's, no way it's plus 17 out. Get out of here. Alright, I'll go ahead and turn that back off again. He's trying to get me super close to this ILS here. Like he is vectoring me super close.
3318, turn left heading 200.
200 for JetBlue 3318.
Seems to be one heck of a wind aloft, considering there's nothing on the ground.
Yeah, it looks like we're showing 025 at 15.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why he kept turning us. I don't think he realized what the winds were doing up here, which that does happen a lot.
3318, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend and maintain 3000 for JetBlue 3318. There we go. 4 for 3. That's set. Ugh.
3318, turn right turn heading 350.
350, right turn for JetBlue 3318. 350, here we go. So, what I'll do, all the way around, man, long ways around. 350, there we go. And we're inside of Winnie now.
I need a good rate of turn. Continue the right turn You're 7 miles from Milk. Maintain 2000 till established cleared ILS runway 4 at approach. Good rate on the turn, please.
The autopilot can only handle so much there, but 010, and you said 2000 until established. We're clear for the approach.
Affirmative. United 1331, reduce to your final approach speed.
Down to our final approach speed, 1331.
We'll go ahead and activate the approach. That reminds me, performance. All right, that's activated. That's weird.
JetBlue 3318 traffic. You'll be following 12 o'clock and 6 miles, turning onto localizer as we speak. 3000 is an Airbus A320.
We'll be looking for him for JetBlue 3318. Alrighty. Go down to 2000. Get the, just dip on down, get below this layer here, see what's going on. This is saying it's plus 17 up here. This is live weather, correct? Like, real time, yeah, live weather. That's super weird. I do get the airport in sight, so airport's in sight now. There we go. And let's go ahead.
31, thanks for your help. I appreciate that. That built in the spacing I needed. Now you can maintain 170 or less.
170 or less, 1331.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
We're gonna go ahead and slow it on back for as well. Go ahead and arm the speed brakes. That looks good.
Digital aircraft information. Uniforms now current at Boston. The wind picked up a whole lot of. It's up to 3 knots now. Wind 070 at 3. And
Flaps 1, speed verified. A whole 3 knots down there on the ground. 008, I think he said, is still the meter. I am going to go ahead and begin slowing it on up to 170 knots now. Why is it so whitewashed out there? I got the runway, but it's so whitewashed, it seems like. Flaps 2, speed verified. Glide slope capture, we can set the missed approach altitude. That's going to be 3,000 feet. There we go. JetBlue 3318, clear to land.
Not yet.
Hey, just let me know. Slowing it on back. Gear down. Flaps 3.
Just so you know, my plan is to get you out after the third arrival.
Flaps full before landing checklist. Alrighty, altimeters.
Blue 3318 and now in 0703. Now you're clear to land, runway 48.
Alrighty, 4 right, clear to land for JetBlue 3318, thanks. Alrighty. Before landing checklist, altimeters, got 3008 and 1380. Engine mode is norm. Landing gear is down and 3 green ECAM memo. Landing no blue before landing checklist is complete. I'll turn the volume up and I will see you all on the ground. Stable. 121.9. We might be going around. Stable target, and we're sync 7. The runway clear? I think it's clear. Don't see anyone out there. Yeah, he's clear. Sweet. Autopilot's off.
100 above. Minimum 100.
Flight slow.
40, 30, 20, retard, 5.
Deployed. $80, 60. We got 33 right for JetBlue 3318.
Hold your position. South 388 heavy, wind 070 knots, runway 4 right, clear to land. Clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 4 right, Delta 388 heavy.
JetBlue 3318, pull up to and hold short of runway 4 left. Contact ground point 9 or so on.
Up to hold short of 4 left and ground point 9 for JetBlue 3318. You have a great day. Thanks for the ATC. Low ground, JetBlue 3318 is clear of runway 33, or sorry, clear of 4 right on 33 right, holding short of 4 left. What's up?
You can spot the JetBlue in front of you. Break JetBlue 3318, bounce ground, howdy, welcome to Boston, cross 4 left on 33 right, left turn November, hold short runway 15 right.
Ready cross 4 left on 33 right, left on November, short of runway 15 right for JetBlue 3318. There we go. So we are here. Let's see. I'll bring up this so you guys can kind of follow along there. Excellent. We'll make the left-hand turn onto November. So you notice I have not done one after landing item other than bring the flaps up because I can physically do that with one hand while I'm doing something else with the other. Otherwise, a lot of the other stuff I gotta look at. Alright, so we'll turn left here onto November. That was like a 747 turn, didn't really need to do that. Alrighty, so we'll finish the rest of our after landing flow items. There we go. Excellent. There we go. Excellent, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Boston.
JetBlue 3318, cross runway 15 right on November, left turn Bravo, where are you parking today?
Charlie 33 will cross 15 right on November, left turn on Bravo for JetBlue 3318.
Jenny 998.
Alrighty, so we'll take a left on Bravo, and Bravo's the first exit, the turn off here. We're clear on the left, clear on the right, we're clear to cross. See, yeah, the temperatures are barely even rising. Yeah, and I know I smoked those brakes on that landing, trying to, well, slow down enough to make that hard left turn off.
318, where are you parking today? Do you have a gate line?
Oh, I thought I said Charlie 33 for JetBlue 3318.
You might have. I'm deaf. Charlie 33, roger that. You can make the right turn on Quebec, Alpha to the gate.
Oh, okay. Quebec Alpha to the gate for JetBlue 3318. Thanks for the ATC. Have a great night.
You too. Like I said, you probably did say it. I'm just deaf. So thank you.
Hey, man. 99% of pilots are. Alrighty. We'll make the right-hand turn here. This is Quebec. And, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way, and we'll get GSX going here. Charlie 33, which is where we started at.
United 1331 Boss ground.
JetBlue. There we go.
Continue on November, cross 4 left, hold short, runway 15 left.
Continue on November, cross 4 left, hold short, 15 left.
See the ramp agents out there.
Which gate are you going to?
Bravo 29.
Excellent. We made it all the way to the ramp. I'll go ahead and turn the taxi light off at this time. There we go. Literally have no clue. Alright, there we go. I see it. Tricar is definitely a clutch thing to have when taxiing around. Just makes it so much easier when you can just look. Oh, is he inside the terminal? Guys, whatever. Park it exactly where I did before. How about that? Right on the A320 line. Oh, United rolled all the way down there. Man. Oh, you can kind of see the little numbers inside the terminal. I'll park it exactly on the 320 line, just like it was before when I spawned in. It was exactly on the E320 line. And hey, what do you know? We're an E320. So we'll just go ahead and do that. Excellent. Yeah, I can't see what it says, but you know, it is what it is. Parking brake is on, seatbelt sign can come off, engine master 1 can come off, engine master, or sorry, 2, and then engine master 1 can come off. Excellent. We'll go up top, get the fuel pumps turned off, and we'll turn the beacon light off as well. And hopefully, there we go. We can request deboarding. It should happen automatically. Here comes our jet bridge. We have 4 disarmed doors. That looks good. We want to check our oil. Looks good. Our hydraulic levels all look good. No odd status messages. And we have 4 disarmed doors. Excellent. Let's go ahead and check our company messages. DOC menu here, received messages, arrival message. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do JetBlue Ops. Yep, we'll get rid of that. Excellent. So the deboarding has started. We'll go ahead and get some deboarding music going for you there while we await our passengers to finish their getting off the airplane, and then we'll go ahead and run the replays back. So there you go. Wow, weather in Boston is not looking so good right now. There we go. We'll watch them do a little unloading there. Let's go ahead and end our replay. We can go ahead and stop that. Excellent. Replay is stopped. we can go ahead and get rid of that sim. Thank you for your service. Really do appreciate that. And I'll probably get rid of Fly Live. Yep, yeah, let's just go ahead and get rid of Fly Live. No reason to have that. Hi. We'll be right back. Gonna run downstairs real quick and take a lavatory break. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I'm back. Looks like the baggage are almost done being offloaded. And the weather is quickly changing here in Boston. I wonder what the weather is like right now. So it almost looks like it's about to rain there in Boston. Nope. Radar looks fine. I have no clue what all this cloudiness is going on up there, so it is what it is, though. All right, bags are on their way to the bag drop. I wonder if they'll stay up. It'd be really cool if GSX had like a little person go up under the airplane to get to the panel that actually opens and closes the door. So that's pretty realistic. What Phoenix says is they close the baggage door when they're done offloading or unloading. But this is pretty realistic. They will literally just leave the bins open until, because they know they're getting ready to open it right back up again for another flight. So that's actually kind of realistic. They just leave the bins open for like no reason at all. All right, so let's go back inside here. 88 more passengers to go. We can go ahead and get up and say our goodbyes. I'll turn the APU bleed on. That's fair. Oop. There we go. Thank you for choosing JetBlue. Thank you for flying with us today. Again, it really... They did a really good job getting a wide variety of people to simulate as their passengers. So good on you, GSX. I definitely do not regret my GSX purchase. I mean, it is worth it just to have the pushback. Just be spot on without having to download a specific profile. Like, I'm sure downloading the specific profiles would actually help me tremendously with having people like the marshaller not being inside the terminal, like trying to park me. So I'm sure it's helpful in that aspect, but I'm really in it for the pushback aspect of it, where I just like tell it where I want to go and it just does it, right? So that's really great, and it really does give you the overall feel of the dude. Actually, look at this guy literally bends over to get out. Oh my god, he knows, like, this character knew he was too tall. Oh, that's crazy. I wonder if this character do the same thing. Hold on, now I gotta see. There's our model right there, that walking down the runway. Is he gonna bend over? Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. It's like when they did it, they actually had them walk through a door, and so they ducked down. I don't know. That's crazy. Next level details there. Are you okay? You're walking with a little limp. Do you need a wheelchair? We'll get one for you right away. Still cracks me up, that one girl that walks down the aisle with a sachet. Oh, another tall guy. He's gonna duck down. Yep. Man, that's an unbelievable little thing that they just. It's the little things like that. Our tall guy again. Wonder what her shirt says here. Okay, you're just gonna come right in front of me and block it. It's rock something. Rock music. I couldn't see it. Something about rock music. Alright, let's see. Where are we at? How many more people? 35 more people. Alright, this is taking a little bit longer than I thought it would take to get them all deplaned here. In the meantime, I guess we can go back out to the drone view. Look at there. Downtown Boston in the distance. The iconic Boston Tower. It doesn't get any more Boston than that. You got the iconic Boston Control Tower right there with the Boston skyline in the background and the Bruins airplane for JetBlue. I absolutely love it. $19 more people to go, and then we'll close everything up, get the engines back on, and begin our replays. Like I said, the way I think I'm going to run it is I'll run the landing into Boston first, and then we'll do a few landings there, and then we'll head up to Portland, and we'll finish it off in Portland there, do a few of the replay landings there. And then we'll finish it off with the entire approach into Portland, Maine there. So that is going to be the plane once everyone is off. It's like watching paint dry right now with the last 11 people to get off here. It's very interesting how Fenix chose to do it completely random. I don't know if it's Fenix doing it or if it's GSX doing it, but yeah. The reality is, you just see people, it was slowly trickle from back to front, or front to back, as people flood out of the airplane, running to catch their Boston Bruins game. Or to see the USS Constitution. For your history buffs out there. There you go. One of the oldest, still sailing warships. It's a sail ship. It's a warship, and it has sails. So it still floats. It's still, and they I think every 4th of July they take it out in the harbor. So it's kind of like a thing. Do you want a deep work crew? No. All right. There we go. So that is done. All right. Sweet. Let's go ahead and we will close everything up. Panel states, we'll go ready. We'll activate that. Ground services don't need any of those. We can close that door up. Excellent. Wait for all the gray lights to go out. I don't know if the flight directors do anything in replay mode, but we'll see. Alrighty. Getting there. Let's go ahead and we can silence our turn music there. Excellent. The gray boxes are gone. Let's go ahead and we shall load our replay, shall we? Go hit that start button. Excellent. Excellent. Yep. Alrighty, things are starting to load in. I'm not mad about it. Alrighty, so let's fast forward. Zoop, all the way back around. Sweet. Loop. Alright. Give that a little bit of time to load in. Reset my camera view. Yeah. Don't need any of that. All right. Let's go to the boring view first, right? Let's get this out of the way. It's just ocean. The city's on the other side. It is what it is. Still beautiful. Look at the color of that water. Look at the color of that water. 2024. They definitely improved a lot of things. The water masking being one of them. The atmospherics being another one. Looks like a fort we just passed. Wow, look at all the rocks on the seawall there. Okay, not bad. I'm still having a hard time. It just feels like, and maybe I have a curve that I don't know about. Let's go back. And we'll go back here. I wonder if there's a curve that I don't know about on this. I want the side stick. Linear. Everything's linear, so I have no clue why when I go into the flare, it feels like I'm having to yank all the way back on the side stick just to get the airplane to flare. So I wonder if that's a 2024 modeling thing, where they got to tweak the flight dynamics just a little bit in the flare logic in 2024. But, I mean, not bad. I will take that 100%. 10 times out of 10, I am taking that landing. Alright, let's go outside. Oh, man. No way. Had to take a screenshot of that. Okay. Alright, I'm not mad about that. I didn't float it. It was very minimal float. And pretty much just barely past 1,000 footers there. I'm not mad about it. Alright, let's get we'll go back here. There we go. How did I do this? I wanted to unlock you. Unlock, but also follow. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that's what we'll do. Go backwards. Still perfecting this. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, I messed that up. I'm still trying to perfect it. Let's try that one more time. All right. Nah, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Alright, we'll figure it out. Bring it back. Uh-oh. One more time. I am trying to... There we go. There we go. Okay, I just gotta realize I just need to use one side of the sticks. Not both of them. Alright, we'll stop that and we'll start following you. Excellent. Alright, so that's that. Let's go on up and look at the approach into Portland, shall we? There we go. We shall fast forward. Woohoo! Alright. Alright. Give it a minute or two to load in. Let's go back inside. Excellent. Also, a minimal float. That one floated a little bit more than we did in Boston, but I'm not mad about it, you know? Beautiful, beautiful, absolutely excellent. Let's get a few of the outside shots. Let's see. The city's kind of behind us, so I'm not really worried about getting the city, I guess. I don't know. We could. Let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. Not bad. Like, I'm pulling hard back on the side stick and it barely even looks like I lifted the nose at all. Impressive. There we go. That looks like about where we touched down at. So we can go ahead and we will stop following. I will lock it on. There we go. Alrighty, there we go. Let's take it back some. Something like that. I'm still getting it. I'm still getting it. We'll try one more time. I'll unlock everything, so we'll take you off. That way I can have free range over... how I want things. There we go. Oh, from the outside, that didn't look that bad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not mad about it from the outside. That actually almost looked like I rolled it on. Alrighty, let's go back on into the flight deck here. We'll take it all the way up to the front. And now, side stick, null everything. Alright, let's roll it back. Let's start it. Yeah, let's go. Oh. So what I'll probably do is I'll bring the volume down just a little bit there. Alright. Oh, no. Bring it back up just a tad. There we go. Let's go ahead and get things going there. Excellent. Go ahead and let that play all the way through for our final playback here. Now, let's see. Before I say goodbye, I'd like to thank Max Racing, Tactical Coon, Lang. Who else came into the chat? Squiddy, thank you very much for coming in this evening, Squiddy. Really do appreciate it. As well as Ed E. Nice talking to you again, buddy. I'll keep you in my thoughts and in my prayers. Really do appreciate you all coming in, stopping by, saying hi, and giving the stream just a little bit of love. Thanks for stopping in for yet another Turn and Burn Tuesday. I really do appreciate it. I'll probably be, well, I will most likely be streaming next Tuesday as well. So please come by, stop by for another Turn and Burn Tuesday. And look forward to seeing you guys then. Until the next time I see you all, please remember to take care of yourselves and each other. Until then, my name is Grey Eagle. Peace.